Hi, this is Catherine again, and today we're going to be working on our physical science unit again, and we'll be working on a lesson called What Smells. And the kids really enjoy this lesson because it's very hands-on and they get to all participate by smelling different extracts and scents and then guessing what they are. So this lesson does require a little prep before. It's the only lesson in the unit that requires some pre-prep. And what you need to do before you start your lesson is we have 4 different scents, and because the children are going to be divided up into groups, into 3 different groups, you're going to have to put a little drop of extract into each egg and then seal the egg up. And what's really neat is they're already pre-labeled with a letter, and so in your teacher's manual there's listed what letter corresponds with which scent. So you don't have to remember what scent you put in, you can just look it up in your teacher's manual. So you're going to put extract in each egg. What is also, they've kind of done different letters so that the kids can't look at a friend's group and try to predict what that scent is. None of them match and they're all mixed up, so the kids won't be able to kind of share answers. They have to come up with their own. So after you've prepared that, you can introduce your lesson by reminding the students what you did the previous 2 days to work with sight and feeling, and remind them that we're working on the 5 senses and using those senses to observe the world around us and different objects. So today, tell them that you're going to use the sense of smell and identify objects by using their sense of smell. I like to use the word observation as much as possible, just increasing that kindergarten vocabulary, and it really helps the kids feel like they're real scientists. I tell them a lot, these are science words, you're a scientist when you observe. So also at the beginning of the lesson, what you can do is you're going to tell the kids, because we're going to use the sense of smell today, I want you to take a guess on what smell this is. And you can open one of your eggs and kind of waft it around the room, and they can take a guess. Sometimes they have to get a little closer, and I like to pass that around. So they're going to smell it and take a guess. This one is lemon. For some reason I get a lot about popsicles, or not a lot of lemons, because I don't know how many kids are smelling lemons, but they are able to kind of guess what it is. Now you do have to divide the students up into 3 different groups, and you're going to give each group 1 egg from each bag, and you're also going to give them an observation sheet. Make sure that they label it with their names of all the group members. And what I like to do is before they start, go around and remind them that they need to put the letter that is on the egg. And what they're going to do with that is they'd write J and then smell it. Also, sometimes, just to backtrack a little bit, what I like to do is I do the whole experiment and I make guesses and share it with the class beforehand. With kindergartners, I find that kind of works a little better, and that they're really clear on what the expectations are of their groups. So when they're at their group, they write down the letter that is on each egg, smell it, and of course at kindergarten level they're not really writing what they smell, so they can just draw a picture. It can be as simple as if they draw a popsicle, and then if we have time you can always go around and label that, or ask them to label what they did, but usually all we have time for is writing it, doing an illustration. And then what we do at the end is I have the students come back with their small group to the whole group again, and what they can do is share their results. So when they share their results, what they're going to do is come up as a group and say, in the W egg, I thought it was a popsicle. And then at the same time, the other groups can kind of be checking their answers. And that can be a little tricky because the letters are all different, but what you can do is you can always say, J, if you have B or W, those are all that same smell, and they can check and kind of correlate their answers. The kids love this, and we have a lot of fun doing that. And I think they get a real sense of just using smell because they really can't see what the object is, they can just smell it.